Hey guys, what's going on? I got a little staples tier list for you. Not everything that's out there, but most of it. And let's talk about it and, see kind of my thoughts on it. So starting off with Dark Ruler No More. Strong side deck option. I think this is one of the best cards in the format, hands down. Let's go ahead and pull Droplet over here. They're similar. Droplet's a quick play, Dark Ruler's not. Dark Ruler is thrustable. There's a couple ups and downs to each of them. One of them has cost, the other one doesn't. Well, one of them you can't inflict battle damage, so they both have heavy cost. So you only want to use these when you have to, but they're great. Ash Blossom, self-explanatory. You need to be maining it if you can. Harpy, super strong. It's insane. There's a reason it's at 1. It's just insane. If it was quick play, it'd be like, it'd be banned. I mean, to be honest with you. Change of Heart, it's gonna be deck specific, so I would say not worth it. DD, I don't really want to elaborate much on Change of Heart. I mean, it's not that strong of an option, to be honest with you. It's just not that strong. DD Crow is a decent side deck option. Depends on your deck. And depends on who you're playing. If you're playing somebody that the graveyard really doesn't matter, it ain't that big of a deal. But like Tier or Unchained, it's great. Dark Hole, I don't know why everybody's talking about Dark Hole. It's just not worth it. Contact C, no. Dimension Shifter, if you can main deck it before it gets banned. And if you can't, it's a strong side option. But it's going to be deck specific, because it can also hurt you very badly. Kaijus are a decent option. They're just... You're only getting rid of one monster. And, so I'd say in the Pearly matchup, it's probably good. Talents is hands down strong main deck option. And then Thrust is going to be a strong side deck option. But if your deck can main it, then, main it. It's just not worth $100 to me. It's just not worth that. Imperm, self-explanatory, strong main deck option. Play it if you can. And if you got room, play it. And if you don't have room, you might have to find room. I mean, but some decks can't handle all that non-engine. Super Poly, super strong side deck option, or main deck option if you can run it. So if you're playing a heavy fusion deck, just run it. But Incarnate or Diviner Incarnate, whatever the name is that, I think it's a decent option. If your deck can run it, then definitely run it. But it's just not. It's not like number 1 or anything. Eclipse and Book of Moon, either one of these two. I would say they're strong side worthy. No, I'd say decent, because they're very specific. But they help. Evenly matched. No, it's just not. For some reason, right now it sucks. There's so many negates up. Some decks it still destroys though. That doesn't have any negates up for it. So best case we could put it here. Cross out. It's decent, but it's not critical. I mean, Called By is much better in my opinion, but it's only at 1, so that's why it's really not even on here. I mean, it's just self-explanatory. If you have room for it, put it in there. If you don't put it in there. Anti-Spell, not worth it in my opinion. It just clutters up your side deck. It's very specific. You need to be going first with it. It's not that great. Cosmic, strong side, and Lightning Storm, strong side. If you have room to main deck either one, wouldn't be the worst thing to do, especially Cosmic, just for that little one-off, especially if you don't know what your opponent's playing, I don't even know why this one is in here, but specifically, I'd say not worth it. Bestials, strong side option, especially if your deck can, well, if your deck's like Dragon League or something, you're already going to be running them. Droll, strong main option right now. There's just a lot of decks that add cards. I mean, pretty much every deck adds cards. So yeah, Phantasme, decent. You're gonna wish you had it in some matchups, and in some matchups you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why is this in my hand? Kashtira, strong main deck option. We're not even gonna talk about that. Dimensional. Anyway, Kashtira Fenrir. That card is just godly. I mean, it's godly. Especially in the Unchained matchup. It's rough. Let's see. Dimensional Barrier. This one's tough because you would need to be main decking it, really. If you know you're going second, I mean, if you know you're going first, then you would want to main deck it. If not, I would think it was just a decent side deck option. When it works, it's freaking awesome. Same with Tikaboo. You know, if your deck can run it, you need to be main decking it. If your deck can't run it, because this one can also shut off plays. I mean, you know, if your opponent's board's built, you activate this, and they don't have no more negates, then this wrecks. So I would still put it as a decent side option. It just depends if your deck can run it or not. Nibiru, I'd say it's a strong main right now with stuff like Manadium, and if people misplay and don't play around it, then you can catch them off guard. And some combo decks just can't play around Nib. A lot of link decks, they just really can't. Yeah, you just gotta. Sometimes you catch people and they don't think about it, and like, well, might as well just go for it all here. And then you just wait for the right time, especially if you know where they're going. If you know they're about to summon like 10 times and have no negates up, just wait, hold that Nib in hand, and because once they've gotten past 5, I mean, you're good. So, but you know, you never know, they might slip something out that can negate it. But so that's up to you. Sometimes it's best just to go ahead and Nib right then. But pretty much, you know, like with Dragon Link, you kind of know where they're going. With Sprite, you know where they're going. Chimera, Branded, you know which direction they're going. So you can usually wait them out and just Nib at the right time. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know what this card is or why it's in here, so I'm just gonna say no. If I don't know what it is, it's probably not that good, because everything else here I'm familiar with. But this, what the heck is that? Please somebody tell me in the comments, because I don't know. That's weird. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.